Good morning, everybody. It's Randy with Carcheology, and we have another day in front of us. So I'm thinking that we're going to try to put on about 300 miles or so, maybe 350 if we can handle it today. I've kind of mapped out a route that takes us into somewhere in Ohio. So we're going to grab a little breakfast, get on the road, and see if we can manage this. It's been a little tough because we want to sightsee, we want to see everything and hang out. But also, I really want to get home at some point. So, trying to find that delicate balance of travel so that we can really enjoy the voyage and the experience, and also not have it take the rest of our lives to make it home. So, in any case, gonna step out of the hotel here shortly, grab some breakfast, pack up the stuff, and get on the road. And I'm taking y'all with me. Okay, one of the things we were talking about is John's Carmangia. You can see it sitting over there that the paint is just a little chalky. So I bought some wax at one of our last stops. John's still asleep. I'm going to go out there, buff on it a little bit, and just see if I can bring some life into that paint before he wakes up. So it kind of helps. Like, you know how this was, you could see where that spot was versus there.
Yeah.
It's still not great back there, but
that's something somebody with more machinery and higher tech stuff.
But no, I mean, like, especially up here where you've got, you know, your spillage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you can do a quick pass on it. I haven't wiped that door off yet, but at least it'll make it look a little nicer.
Let me grab a rag.
Here,
real quick.
grab that one.
Okay. All right. That's what I've been working on, folks.
There we go.
The last 4 hours.
No, I like literally just walked out here like 5 minutes ago and just thought, oh, I'm gonna rub it. Well, that's a bit better. Just a bit. Okay, so we found Route 50, and I don't know exactly where we are. GPS is trying to take us off the path at every possible corner, but we're just going to follow the road signs old school and let GPS save us if we get lost somewhere. But they just recently paved this road. It's nice and smooth, and the traffic is light, and the day is freaking beautiful. Let's see where we end up. This is where things start getting really good.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Roads running across our country. Beautiful, beautiful day. These cool little roundabouts that take you through town centers and things. Okay, this one's kind of boring, but you get the point. Little town called Aldi that we're rolling through right now. Cool stone walls. This could be very interesting. And this is a perfect example of one of those little towns that's been totally bypassed by the interstates and all of that. You got your volunteer fire department, the little river. This road seems very much the same as it's been for the past 100 years. Okay, Middleburg, Virginia is what we're rolling through right now. Another super stellar little old town. Fantastic houses. Little hints of fall happening. Leaves dropping, flowing up behind the Kia. Still some flowers blooming. So pretty.
Yes, how beautiful.
Incredible. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. So just off the highway here. I caught this in the corner of my eye. Probably one of the coolest friggin' little diners I've seen. Weeds are high, man. Weeds are high. But look at that thing. Hell yeah. Okay, I just had to try it. See if we can get Lucy here in the parking lot of this long forgotten diner. How frickin' cool is that? The photo opportunities on Route 50, if you slow down a little bit and stop and grab them, are just otherworldly. I mean, just so beautiful. This diner was a highlight for me, definitely. We stopped for coffee at this really fun little place right off of Route 50. It was great to get the cars parked out front and take a few photos. The crowd came, their kids posing for photos. John let this little boy in there to sit in the car and honk a horn. I mean, we were stars everywhere where we were going. Bonnie Blue, definitely a cool place. Check this out. Love all the art and the trinkets and history and cool little bits inside this place. I love these kind of places. It's not polished, it's not Starbucks, it's not some chain somewhere. It's all fun, it's all local, and it's all really good. And it's fun to look out the window and see our rides in the parking lot. Heck yeah. All right, great stop for coffee, and I got myself a seat cover that will double as a sweatshirt. Thank you, Bonnie Blue. Definitely seeing some topography change in here, some nice hills and cool rock walls and things, and the perfect day. There you go, the Cacapon River, something like that. Pretty stinking cool. Gorgeous big trees, smooth roads. The hills though, with 40 horses, they're a challenge. Love the downhills though. Yeehaw! Okay, we are in Romney, West Virginia, and we're kind of rolling through the downtown area here. I can't get over how incredibly beautiful the day is as far as the weather. I was expecting to get a lot of heat and stuff like that, and it's just been stunning, absolutely stunning. Really got lucky when it came to the weather. But I love these old buildings. That's the Potomac River we're crossing, the East Branch. Gorgeous country. I mean, come on now. Can it get any cooler than this? What? Awesome. Seriously steep grade that Lucy just climbed, driving through these amazing roads on this beautiful day. Third gear climbing, did so well, hasn't skipped a beat. What an amazing day. And I'm like tearing up getting to the top of that hill. Just fantastic. And a bit of corn. Seen a lot of that out here. Love me some corn though. Really pretty river over there. Catch little glimpses of it as we're rolling by. So pretty.
view from behind the wheel is something I will always remember driving through this road. This was a fantastic stop. Cool Springs Park. They had this cool little general store and restaurant. We pulled in there to get a little bite to eat and use the restroom, and it ended up being one of the best stops of the day. You know, certainly the artwork, the cow on the roof, the way the whole place was just a time warp, to me was an absolute treat. You know, you don't see stuff like this out in Southern California where I live, and so it's awesome to see just proper time warp Americana. This store was so cool. It had everything in it, from food to plumbing to you name it. It even had a little restaurant right in the middle. And it was fun watching the locals check out the cars outside too. It's fun. You don't see a lot of people running these cars around out here today, so it's neat. It's special when they see a vintage car, and conversations fire up, and it's just so fun. The waitress told us her Volkswagen stories, and it was fantastic. And after we finished our meal, of course, a mighty fine little cafe meal it was, in this just cool time warp, a little diner part of it. Prices were so cheap, so wonderful. What a deal. And everything was really good. So Cherry RC, had to give that a try. They have metric bolts, but you got to ask the cashier. And here I am with my lunch. Such a handsome devil, eh? They had magnets with the states on them. They had some cool historic photos of this little stage stop there. That was super fun to see. And while we were standing at the cashier, this old guy started chatting us up and started telling us his Volkswagen stories. And it was so cool. He apparently had bought a Volkswagen Notchback in Germany way back in the day, but now he's rolling in a rear-wheel drive Lincoln that he says is like driving his lazy boy chair. More incredible roads, great lunch stop. Chatted up a couple of people with some incredible VW stories. This one guy that when he was stationed over in Germany, he bought himself a Notchback and he couldn't remember what it was called. John pulled up a picture of his Notchback and showed it to him, and the old man's eyes lit up. Absolutely incredible. So fun. Trapped in time, that place. What a dream. Just saw a sign for truck and tractor pull this weekend. Wish we were hanging out to see that. What beautiful country this is. Just incredible. So John likes to get his afternoon run in, and he saw this sign for a park. So we're driving through this park, and it is absolutely awesome. Although the road's a little bumpy, I must admit. Yikes. All right, well, hopefully we don't have to go too much further. Okay, we are crossing the Ohio River. I think our destination for the night will be Athens, Ohio. This is a big bridge, big river, mighty river, the Ohio River. All right, we'll go underneath this thing and then I'll put the phone down. So freaking cool. Great day of driving. All right, we were driving along and I was feeling just a little bit of a shimmy, and it seemed to be kind of increasing. So I ended up pulling off the hubcap on the passenger side rear, and sure enough, the lug nuts were just a little bit loose. So I gave them a little crank down. I'm curious to get back in the car and see if that solved the shake. But it was just starting to sense it just a little bit. Wasn't super shaken, but the last thing I want to have happen is for the wheels to come off. And John's out there peeing in the woods somewhere. And we are almost to Athens, Ohio. I'm still feeling just a little bit of a wiggle. And it's not bad. It's not like anything's really out of whack. But I don't think I felt it before. So either I'm trying to invent the problem or there is one. But as I'm thinking, I did remember hearing something like hit one of the fenders or the running board, like a stone or something. I have a sneaking suspicion it might have been a wheel weight or something that came off of one of the wheels. So I'll inspect that when we get to the hotel in about 15-20 minutes and see if that's the case. But and look at the tires, make sure there's nothing looking wrong there. But I've got to say, Lizzie is running fantastic. I mean, it has been one of the best days ever of driving an old car for me. Really incredible landscape and just serendipity around every corner, all sorts of great stops, conversation with people, and man, just freaking magic. And as you can see, the sun's starting to drop down below the horizon over there. And again, we're going to be arriving in Athens, Ohio here in about 15 minutes. So, man, if you ever get a chance to drive Route 50 through Virginia, I highly recommend it. It is spectacular, one of the best roads I've ever seen.